Hi. Hello. So, I've been whining about the pain in my finger, especially this one. I'm flip you all off. Um, this one's getting there, the middle one on the right hand. It's not quite as bad, but I used to drink turmeric powder blended in to like my morning coffee. I can't really have caffeine anymore. Well, I can't have coffee caffeine. So for some reason, it seems like I can drink or eat, consume uh, cacao, chocolate without sugar. And then I add my own sweetener. I try to get the healthier sweeteners. So I'm going to, I thought that I had everything I needed set up right here, but I forgot the cup, so I'm going to go grab that. Okay. So this is my nice Bass Pro cup. I got at a yard sale for $1. Bass Pro's expensive, so. And I'm not a bass fisher person, but my husband is. So I'm going to measure out some milk type substance. I don't like dairy. I have been having limited dairy for the last few weeks, or maybe the last couple of weeks. I've gone times where I had no dairy and no gluten, and I was very strict about it. And those were the healthiest times in my life. So for me, that seems to be the recipe for health. So what I'm going to do is come onto a further burner. I'm going to, first prepare the turmeric. Now, I've read on ChatGPT, so it must be true, that turmeric will stain everything. And so wear gloves. And I get these cheap little gloves at the Dollar Tree. And, I want to call it the $1.25 or $1.50 tree now. But there's still a bargain, no matter even if I have to pay 25 or 50% more these days. And I got this turmeric root I'm going to show it up close and personal. So this is about 1 to 2 inches of turmeric, and I got it at Whole Foods, and it's expensive. It's like $19 a pound, something like that. Crazy. But that's very light, so I didn't pay attention. I wonder if I have the receipt around, but I don't think so. That noise in the background is my husband's mowing the lawn. So it's a big lawn too. Anyways, this turmeric, this, again, ChatGPT, and I suggest if you're going to use ChatGPT that you, and I didn't do this, but that you look at their source, go to the source material. So if you're doing something like legal work where it's really going to matter, then don't just listen to AI. They're just pulling up documents, or it's just pulling up documents, and then it doesn't have perfect comprehension. A lot of times it really mixes things up. It doesn't have the ability to discern between what's true, and if people say something Like I've seen AI quoting my son as if he was some expert on. Uh, it was something about it, where he had some expertise, like in construction, he does have expertise, but if they just went beyond like his expertise, and he said something about, I don't know what it was, roof lines or something. And the way that ChatGPT wrote it was like this was the gospel. So, and humans do that too. Like I remember way back, this is before I had kids, so it was probably like 38 years ago. I ran for the water board in Santa Clarita is a pretty big place now. Back then it was nothing. And I had no experience. I just, I don't know, got a wild hair up my ass and decided I was going to run. And all I did was put my name on the ballot. I don't think I even filled out like a statement or anything. But I did get a call from a newspaper, a little local paper, The Signal. And I don't know if The Signal's more than a little local paper now, but they talked to me, and I'm from a family that was rich and had, well, I use the word rich. They had a lot of money. They were poor in other ways, like their soul. But I had a lot of money growing up, and I was in construction and real estate. Oh, now I'm getting a phone call. Oh, that's my son. Okay, Sean, I'm live on YouTube right now, and you've called.
What do you want?
What do you want? You're the one who called me.
Do you want to come over and give me a ride to O'Reilly's because my battery died?
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought you might have trouble starting up your car after 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, I was just about, like, what I'm doing is I'm filming and doing live, making my little drink for breakfast. So I have to make my drink and then I'll come over there.
All
right, love you. Bye. Okay, so now you all know my plans. So I just added the milk and I'm going to heat it up. And this turmeric stuff, boy, I don't know if you could see the yellow on my fingers or on this. And it's going to be interesting to see if the juice stays on the plastic or if it leaks through. But I'm going to turn the heat up on the back burner. I'm going to grab a spoon to stir with. Okay. And so I'm going to heat up milk and put the turmeric in there that I've sliced up. Okay. And now it's going to be about 5 minutes of letting that steep. I'm going to take off the gloves. That sounds like metaphoric. I'm taking off the gloves. And So my son Sean, you could see his videos at it's at Peckerwood 23. So he he has kind of interesting videos, especially if you are interested in construction, investing, real estate investing, or poker. And all of those, he just tells it like it is. And he's been very successful up until this last trip playing poker. He used to play poker for free. So, which is good. Like if you could play poker and beat the VIG, which is what he was doing, that's like pretty good. So, um, this time he was playing for 6 months, and I'm saying like 16, 18 hours a day for 6 months straight. And he lost a lot of money. I don't know. He estimates it like at about 50 or 60,000, which for 6 months of nonstop, what would be entertainment. But the sad part is, after he was held against his will at UAMS Medical Center 2 years ago, he just hasn't been the same. And he lost his love for poker. Like, he used to love it. And now it's like a job. But he did always want to go to, like, a life goal was to go to the WSOP and play in the main event and win. And he could have, like, he used to be that good. He says he just got unlucky, and I see that. Like, there is a lot of luck involved, and that now, like, it seems like it's getting more and more popular to play poker, and a lot of the people are just gambling. They're not good at it, and they're not bluffing. They're not, and then he can't call their bluff because they're not bluffing. And he just knows what they have every time. And it's like there's 10 people at the table or 9 people at the table in a tournament, and sometimes 8. But whatever, there's a lot of people, and someone's going to have it, the great hand. So, in case I'm going to stir this while I'm yabbering at you, and turn down the heat a little bit so it's more of I'm going to throw this all out. So anyways, he's been playing, and he didn't win consistently. To lose that much money, he probably had 200,000 in buy-ins. So, like, he won enough at the time that he didn't lose 200,000. He lost 60. And so the VIG, for those of you who aren't poker players, is they also call it the rake. So it's the money the casino takes with every hand, and that's like just round figures, about $10 a hand. So of course, if you don't have if you're playing a low amount, like the blinds are like 1-3, so like $3 for the big blind, then if nobody's betting, then they're not going to take $10, obviously, because there's not even $10 in the pot. But that's like, for a big hand, they usually, I think they max it out at about $10. Anyways, so if a bunch of players, and I've had this happen, I've sat down with other players and we were all equally good. And so it was all about, well, since we were all good players, there was more than luck involved. But still, like we were playing and playing all day. And I went to, they give you a free steak at Ocean's 11. This was back a lot of years ago. They were giving a free steak after you played so much time. So I went to eat my free steak dinner, and I came back, and all the same players were still there, and no one knew, no one had come and gone, and everyone's stack was low. And I'm like, what happened? Like, did someone come and take all the money? And they're like, no, this is just because, we're just passing money back and forth, and every hand, the house takes some off the top. So you end up with less money on the table. And so that's how, like, if you sit down and play poker and you win as many hands as you lose, you're still going to lose money because the house gets their share. So, anyways, he played. He's a good player. He talks about it. He's got some fun videos. He's got more subscribers than I have. And he's the one who taught me how to do live. He's the one who suggested going live. I'm going to get a spoon to grab the cacao that I'm going to add in. Okay, so the turmeric, I've been calling it turmeric forever, but it's actually turmeric. So the turmeric, the substance in it that helps with inflammation is activated in your body if you have some pepper in there too. So I just put some pepper in, and then I'm going to put in a spoon of cacao. I don't know that, well, there is a benefit, I think, to this, a health benefit, which is mental, not just because it feeds my addiction, but because it's like if you eat chocolate, you get kind of the endorphins or something that you feel like that you get from love. So I get enough love from my husband, but it doesn't hurt to add a little chocolate too. Maybe that's why in the old days, men would bring chocolates. And my dad had this saying, candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. So now you're going to see how my hands are so weak that I can't squeeze the honey unless I use the palms of my hands. And I'm not going to be able to do it with just the left because that left hand is just about useless. Ugh. Okay. So it sucks getting old, but as many people have pointed out to me, the alternative is worse. And actually, if you are a believer and you're going to heaven, and well, then death is not as frightening and as permanent, and like it's not like an end. So there's something more. And I am a Christian. I am a strong believer, but it's just that even logically, or I don't know how you say it, like scientifically, things don't disappear. I don't know if thought disappears. Well, I guess under my theory, thought doesn't disappear either. I know that they've done, the busy people that they are called they, there have been studies done about how many calories are used when you think. So, anyways, that's the drink. And since my husband just came in, I'm going to off of this so that he can speak freely. He's not into this whole YouTube thing. Thanks for joining.